Hey there, Magic players. Jeremiah here. Welcome back to the High Powered Hobby YouTube channel. Today, we're playing a 4-player commander game. I'll let the players introduce their decks.
Okay, I'm playing Obeka, Brute Chronologist. It is a 3/4. It's Grixis colors. I can tap it, and then I ask the person whose turn it is if they want to end their turn. I try to use it for myself to end it when I want to on opportune times.
All right, I am playing Prosper Tome-Bound, and I make treasures. That's it. Just make a lot of treasures.
All right, I'm playing Ramos, Dragon Engine, 5-color shenanigans. I just try to cast a bunch of multicolored spells.
I am playing Giada, Font of Hope, mono white angels. Hopefully I gain a lot of life.
Ooh. Alright, draw for turn. I'm gonna play a tapped Port of Carfell and pass the turn.
Draw, and I will play a mountain and pass the turn.
I'm going to cast a Temple of Triumph, Scrying 1. I'm done.
I'll play planes and pass.
Draw for turn.
All my endgame stuff on my own.
Play a swamp. I'll tap the swamp for a soul ring, and I will pass the turn.
Draw, play a swamp, tap my 2 for an arcane signet, and pass the turn.
I'm going to play a Twilight Mire, campaign 2 to cast a Lightning Greaves.
Nice.
That's a turn 2.
Play planes, 1 in white for Giada, Font of Hope.
I don't think it's legal. Draw for turn. I'll play a mountain, and I'm gonna tap for 3. Yeah, I'm gonna play Tribute Mage. I'm gonna search my library for a artifact card with converted mana cost 2, reveal it, put it in my hand, then shuffle my library.
It is.
Sundial the Infinite.
Yep.
Guess what? It costs 2, and I'm gonna play it.
I'm trying.
What is that one down?
It's basically another Obeka. I can pay 1 and tap it. End the turn. Activate this ability only during your turn. So I can't ask you to end your turn. I can only end my own. That's it. That's turn.
Alright, untap, draw, you got another mountain. 3, and I'm going to cast a Treasure Never.
Nice.
Whenever an opponent taps an artifact for mana, gain control of that artifact until the end of your next turn. Pass to you, sir.
Untap. Play a swamp.
Got it.
Be done. Yep.
So white. And 2 for Starnheim, Aspirant Angel spells I cast cost 2 less.
Pretty good for an angel deck.
Then I will tap Giada for a white to play Sarah Ascendant.
Okay.
As long as I have 30 or more life, it gets +5/+5 and has flying. I will then pass for my turn.
Untap. Draw a card. I'm gonna tap for 3. You can borrow that.
Take that just until the end of my next turn.
For Frantic Search. Draw 2 cards, discard up to, then discard 2 cards, and then tap 3 lands. I'm gonna float 2 mana. Draw 2. 1, 2. Discard 1, 2, and then tap these. For 4, I'm gonna play Factor Fiction, because Factor Fiction's fun. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick this guy.
What do I do?
You separate them into 2 piles. Put one of the piles I put into my hand, and the other one into my graveyard. Just so you know, you can make a pile 0.
True.
You can't.
Just so you know.
There's nothing zero. You can't.
Want you to like they're both face up?
Yeah, I get to look at them.
Okay.
Ah,
Did you just decided on?
2 lands. I am gonna take the 3 spirits. Discard 2 lands. I haven't played a land yet for turn, so I'll play a swamp. And I will tap for 2 to play a liquid metal shark.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Go ahead.
Alright. Untap.
Okay.
Draw. And go 2 and red. And I'm going to cast Lelia, the Blade Reforged.
Okay. Fine.
2/2 haste. When it attacks, exile the top card of my library. I can play it this turn. Whenever one or more cards are put into exile from your library and or graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on Lelia. Another 3. And I'm going to cast Professional Facebreaker. 2/3 menace. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure. You can also sack a treasure to exile the top card of my library. Going to play Rakdos Carnarium as my land, bouncing the mountain back to my hand.
But just for shits and giggles, I want to cast 3. Cast Beast Within on your Rakdos Carnarium.
Okay. So that goes bye-bye. And I get a 3/3.
Yep, you get a 3/3 Beast.
I guess I'll attack you for 2, man. When it attacks, Lelia exiles Delphi Voidwalker from the top, and I will put a +1/+1 counter on Lelia. Boom. And then when it does combat damage, I'll make a treasure, Facebreaker. And I think that's all I can do. Delphi will go bye-bye for good. And you can have this back.
Go. Play a Battlefield Forge. I'm gonna be done.
I'll play Path of Ancestry, tapped. White. White. 2, 3. Archangel of Thune. It comes in with a +1 because
Enters
of
battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each angel you already control, which
Yeah.
is just 1.
which is just 1. As payback for the stacks last time.
What? It's wide open too.
I know. 6/6. I gain 6. Oh. And then
Because you gain life, each of your creatures get a +1/+1 counter, right?
that is true. Then I will pass.
No way. I'm gonna be badass, Justin.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pay 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna keep 1 colorless floating, and I'm gonna transmute this Clutch of the Undercity. So I discard it and I search for something, converted mana costs 4, put it in my hand. Sneak attack. I'll use the 1 floating, tap for 4 to play the sneak attack. And then as my land for turn, I'm going to play an Is It Boiler Works, returning a swamp to my hand. And then I will pass the turn.
Tap. Draw. I'm gonna play Mountain.
At least you have that.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm gonna cast Wandering Archaic. So whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery, they may pay 2. If they don't, I may copy that spell. Choose new targets for that copy. You can have this back. Then we'll go to combat. And I will swing. I'll swing the beast at Adam. The Facebreaker at Jeremiah. And Lelia also at Jeremiah. So on attack, it will exile the top card, which is a Wishclaw Talisman. Gives Lelia +1/+1. And that is it.
And the face baker has menace, so I can't.
Yep.
Block
So
that
you
one.
got a 4/4 and a 2/3 with menace coming at you.
I'll block the 4 and take the 2.
Alright. So I will make 2 more treasures from the face breaker. And
Is it commander time yet? No, you got enough cool stuff going for you.
yeah, I think I'm just going to go for 2 and cast the Wishclaw Talisman.
Good.
Comes in with 3 counters on it. Basically pay 1, tap it, tutor, take a counter off and hand it to someone else. That's going to be it for this turn. Pass to you.
Okay, I'm gonna play this Shiv and Reef.
Hey.
No, fuck, I'm not. Trans-Guild Courier.
What's that do?
It's all colors, right?
3/3 all colors.
3/3 with all colors.
Only 3/3? Okay. Play planes. No, white 2. For Boromir, Warden of the Tower, Vigilance. When an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter it. Sacrifice Boromir. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. And the Ring tempts you. I will attack with Sarah Ascendant. There we go. And Archangel of Thune. I will fly over with the
You gonna
7/7.
attack this guy?
And I'm going to fly over
Oh,
with
okay.
the 5/6.
They were both coming to me.
We'll
It's
take
okay.
5. I have no flying
And
block.
7 at me?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then since there's 2 different triggers, they
Everything
get
gets 2 counters. Pretty good.
and 2. Then I will pass turn.
Draw a card. The first thing that I want to do is I'm going to pay a red. And I'm going to sneak attack out a combustible gearhole. It's a 6/6 with first strike. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent may have me draw 3 cards. If the player doesn't, I mill 3 cards. Then combustible gearhole deals damage to that player equal to the total mana value of those cards. I will pick you, Sky.
Yeah,
You want?
you can draw.
I do have some really big spells in this deck, so it could have been 1, 2, 3. You would have taken so much damage.
Nice.
Like 20. Okay. But I was hoping for a land though.
I still would have been over the threshold for Sarah Ascendant.
I'm gonna tap my Is It Boilerworks for another red. And I'm going to sneak attack out a hulking metamorph. This is one of the ones I drew. 9, so it says enters the battlefield as a copy of an artifact creature I control, except it's an artifact creature and destroys other times, yada yada. But it's a 7/7 instead. And I have it enters the battlefield as a copy of Combustible Gearhole, Sky.
Well. Yes. You can draw.
1, 2, 3.
Hello.
That one would have been 12. Okay, so I've got a blue floating, black for an arcane signet. I will tap the red. And I'm gonna sneak attack out a Hellkite Courser. It's a 6/5 flying. When it enters battlefield, I may put a commander I own from my command zone onto the battlefield with haste. Return it to my command zone at the beginning of the next end step. I haven't played a land this turn, so I'll play swamp. Okay, I am gonna go to. I'm gonna go to my end step. All of these things would go away, but I'm gonna
Angels, huh?
pay 1 in the
Oh,
sundial
man.
of the infinite to end my turn while those triggers are on the stack,
Mmm.
and then I'll pass my turn.
You got some tasty candy.
And I have 7 cards in hand.
Adam.
Sorry about your board state, buddy. What happened?
I have it.
Nothing.
Ramp.
That's the problem.
Everybody else has hit ramp, and I had nothing but fucking end game.
Tap red, and I'm gonna cast a blasphemous act. 13 damage to each creature. Kills a lot of my stuff, but
Hey, Kyle. Would you like to end your turn, buddy, while that's on the stack?
no, I would not.
Oh, that's too bad.
Okay. So, blasphemous act resolved.
Sack Boromir.
Yeah.
Sack Boromir for all that sorry stuff. Doesn't die.
The ring tempts me.
I know, I lost my one creature.
Then.
Too much trouble I had to go through to get those out.
I know, it was a lot of work. That's all right. 1, 2, 3,
I have
4.
Giada be my ring bearer.
Cast my commander. Prosper Tome-Bound. You can have that back.
Dread.
Tap 1. Activate the Wish Clock Talisman. Tap it. And give it to I don't think I'm going to do anything after a tutor. But I do have a Prosper trigger after a tutor.
Alright. Untap up, keep throw. Crystal Quarry. We'll pay 6 to cast Ramos. I'm going to equip Lightning Greaves to Ramos.
On the stack, I'm gonna make him an artifact in addition to his types.
Oh yeah.
He's an extra artifact.
And I'm going to be done.
He just turned into Mecha Godzilla.
Play another Plains. Pay a 1 for a Sigarda's
Cut,
aid.
please.
You may cast aura and enchant equipment spells as though they had
Prosper.
flash.
Passionate Archaeologist.
Nice. Whenever an equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach it to target creature you control.
Those
Kyle,
people are
I'm gonna attack the 7/7 or 7/8 your way.
How does he
Adam,
say cut?
9/9 your way.
Take 7.
Then I'll pass my turn.
Okay. Well, she. Okay. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna tap my Liquimetal Torque, and I'm gonna make something an artifact.
In one turn, huh?
Oh,
The Archangel of the
You think they'll let it happen?
No.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 into Red Sun's Twilight. Destroy up to X target artifacts, so 5. If X is 5 or more, for each artifact destroyed this way, create a token that's a copy of it. Those tokens gain haste. Exile them at the beginning of the next 10 step. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because there's nothing else to target.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're destroying it?
Yeah. And I get a token copy of them all.
And then you end the turn before you have to do it.
Treasures, a signet.
Yeah. So I get a.
Blind.
Oh, I wanted to target that. That's right. I didn't. I'm gonna take back one of the treasure tokens. I want to get that Wish Call Talisman. I remember I wanted to do that, and then when I was getting down to selecting, I forgot. But I definitely want to get rid of that. So I have a Lightning Greaves. I have a Wish Call Talisman. Does it enter?
It enters
on an edge
with
battlefield?
3 wish counters on it, yeah.
For Signet, I'm just gonna put it down here next to my other one. Okay. I'm gonna move the Greaves over to my Archangel. And that is not. I'm going to pay a
No.
red. And I'm going to sneak attack out a Rionia Fire Dancer. At the beginning of combat on my turn, I create X tokens that are copies of another target creature I control, where X is 1 plus the number of instant sorcery spells I've cast this turn. And to tap another red. And I'm also going to sneak attack out a Optimus Prime, otherwise known as a Darksteel Colossus. It's a 11/11 trample indestructible. Then I will go to combat. I've cast one instant or sorcery. So I'm going to create a copy of the Archangel Bethune.
Is it target creature can have shrub?
Is it target? Target creature you control. Okay,
Hey,
never mind.
how
Then
come
I
the
will
lion-
do a Dark Steel.
They don't have the strain on it.
Is it all mine?
It's just generic sativa.
I'm gonna swing both of the Dark Steels. You just have so much life. It's just so much. So I'm gonna swing both the Dark Steels at Sky, and I'm gonna
When
swing.
you tap it, I'm going to Swift Response one of the Dark Steels.
Okay, the real one.
Yeah.
All right. When it'll get shuffled into my deck. We'll do that in a second. I'm also going to swing the Archangel at you, Kyle.
Alright. I got no blocks, so I'll take 3.
I'll take the other.
Oh, it's destroyed. These are indestructible.
Oh,
Mm.
dang.
Exile it.
No, Swift Response. Dang.
That's how they get them.
All right.
Delivered.
Yeah. So you've got 2 11/11s, right?
Yeah.
11s.
Well,
Yeah. Anything
Yeah, they don't have
So
infect.
7
They're
cards,
trampled.
really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just take the 22.
well,
No, I mean,
So yeah, you got hit for 3.
$9 after
It's
tax.
got lifelink, so I'll gain
Plus a
3.
delivery fee,
3,
$25.
and then my things get counters on them.
The same draft,
That's the
$25 for.
You get a +1.
which I don't know how that works.
You get a +1. You get a +1. You get a +1. And then before all my stuff goes away, I'm gonna go to man step while all those triggers are on the
Oh, I
stack.
guess they have first year out.
Use my sundial so I get to keep all my shenaz. Western.
Oh, play a mountain for the turn. I'm going to tap for 2. Cast the Passionate Archaeologist from Exile. It's a background. Whenever you cast a creature spell from exile, this creature does damage equal to that spell's mana value to target opponent. And I cast a spell from exile.
Super great in your
Like
deck,
a
yeah.
treasure. It really is phenomenal in this deck. 1, 2, and I'm going to cast Feed the Swarm. I will destroy the Saracen.
Huh?
Who's in
Losing
Oh,
one
yeah.
life.
Boom. What?
And that's going to be it for me. On my end step, Prosper triggers, and I put a Swamp into it.
Untap, upkeep.
That's not very cool.
I'm gonna play Sanders Lounge. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take 2 damage from my lands.
I miss
Make a
hot
total of
dogs.
6 to cast an Oganachi
Nice.
Okay.
making 5 counters. I'm going to remove all 5 of those counters to make 10 mana to cast a Primeval Spawn.
Cool.
To put 5 more counters. Then Sky, I'm going to put you
they don't
with
stay on the
9.
Your dad was saying something stupid.
You're still
Yeah,
above
you did.
starting.
That's true. But
Spot would be at your mom's.
Two white.
He's like,
to Shatter the Sky.
I watched it. And he goes to sleep.
Each player who
Well,
controls a
actually,
creature with power 4 or
I
greater
said
draws a
later that
card,
we
then
watched
destroy all
Ramos.
creatures.
No,
I'm gonna remove
Just
5 counters to make a total of 10. I'm gonna cast a Golgari Charm to regenerate each creature that I control. I'm gonna put 2 more counters back on Ramos.
Then I will pay a 1 for Speaker of the Heavens. Then I will pass. Draw a card.
We're gonna Wish Claw.
That's my hand right now.
And I'm gonna give it to
That's my hand.
Kyle.
But it's
Dude, just fucking end this game already, guys. Oh, you're filming this one too, my bad. I'm over here at the peanut gallery just
I'm gonna tap for 2 blue.
No, I did not.
With a red floating, I'm gonna play Ideas Unbound. Draw 3 cards, then discard 3 cards at end of turn.
I didn't say that.
Cool. 1, 2, 3.
With that red floating, I'm gonna go ahead and sneak attack out a Megatron or a Blightsteel Colossus. 11/11 Trample, Infect, Indestructible. Well, actually, first, before we do that, I'm gonna move this Lightning Greaves over to the Blightsteel Colossus. Just in case. Okay, now I'm gonna go to combat. The Blightsteel is gonna go at you, Kyle. And the other 2, these guys, they're gonna go at you, Adam. So you've got 2 12/12 Trample, Indestructible creatures coming your way.
I'm gonna put 1 in front of each. So I'm gonna absorb 16 of the 22 damage. So I'm gonna take 6 damage and 6 infect counters.
Well, I have
No infect.
Infect is coming at me. I have nothing to block with, so I will take 11 infect. It's good, because my next play was going to be a Vandal Blast, and then I breached them both.
So hold on. So
Oh, he took you out. Oh.
So I just took the
Blight
6
Steel.
damage. When this leaves the battlefield, I exile the top 10 cards of my library. I may cast any number of spells among them, totaling 10 or less. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, without paying their mana costs. I'm going to 4 of it there.
But you
Put
do?
4 counters on cast, or 2 counters on cast, made up to 4. I'm going to use another 4 to cast Yidris, adding 4 more counters to it, bringing it up to 12. I'm going to path to exile Optimus Prime.
So I'm gonna pay a blue and a black to negate counter trigger non-creature spell.
I still get the 1 from cast.
So that's all that's up. So I'm gonna tap for
I've
2
heard
red.
rumors about this stuff.
And I'm gonna cast the last chance. Take an extra turn after this one.
That-
Meaning of that turn's end step, I lose the game.
That stuff is so good.
Then I'm gonna go to my end step. I would lose my
I
Megatron,
don't know
but while that
why
triggers on the
I-
stack, I'll keep him.
Tonic water is fire. That stuff, bro. Thing is though, it's so
Yeah.
much
And
sugar.
then I'll go to my next turn. Untap
Sodium and dude.
and I basically I'll swing at you with the infect one, and then Adam with the others.
No. Hey,
So close it out.
it's so
With the infect.
Noise.
You want to be an infect?
Wow, that was a really fun game. Everybody's deck really got a chance to shine, although some of us more than others. I'm just glad that my Obeka deck gave a good showing. The deck always operates the best when I've got a sneak attack out. Speaking of which, that's really what Kyle should have targeted with his Feed the Swarm, but I wasn't going to be the one to tell him that. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. Like the video if you want, subscribe if you want, better yet, leave a comment. See you later, Magic players.